Okay, I took a brief break. Snow actually stopped. So I'm going to try to finish the rest of the cemetery. I'm down. My gosh, look at me. I'm wrinkly. Anyways, I'm down at the next row. About to move left to right. Alright, here we've got a... Oh, wow. Wow. Elias Decker. Look at that. That's really cool. As far as the stone goes, it's very worn. This one is almost non-existent, but I do see some marks there. Moving on, we've got a George here. A small little stone here beside George. Yeah, I don't know. A couple markers. Alright, and this one here, I see some letters. Anna, maybe? M-A. Nope, Mary A. Mary, maybe. But there's a J there too, so I don't know. Another marker. So we're going to go up around this tree. Actually, these stones by the gate. I think they're facing this way, actually. Oh, wow, that's really cool. I hadn't seen quite a top like that before. Check that out. And then down we've got... It's beautiful. I just can't read it. Awesome. The top of this stone is gone. Over here we've got a Rebecca. Wife of Samuel. Don't know. Robert, maybe? Oh, wow. Here's another really cool one. I'll have to circle around. Same as the last one, though. Really well preserved and awesome. But the sandstone and everything, it's just hard for me to read. That was it for this row. The next row goes down here to the grouping, the big gap, then the tree. All right, we start off with this place marker on the ground. But let's back up and take a look. We've got Harriet Benson. Check out that, it's real faint. I almost felt like it was a moon, but it's not. It's got a really cool book on top. Well, it's the Bible, but just looks really nice. And then beside Harriet, let's check a look, see if anybody else is with Harriet. Not that I can see. Beside Harriet, we've got a interesting spelling for our Rebecca. Another Benson family member. Back up just a little bit. Wow, how did that happen? That's very interesting. Huh. Jacob Benson here. His stone's really neat. With a very interesting damage on the bottom here. That's real interesting. Got a tiny little marker. This side, it's hard for me to tell what that may have even said. Get it in the focus here. Not used to using my phone. Now we've got a little marker in this stone. I believe it's for a child. This one definitely is. Classic sheep on top. And a top to another stone beside of it, which is really weird because we've got the little sheep. I believe it says son on there, so it's a man or a boy. And this one says, the lettering on that was really fine. You can read that to an extent, but I can't make out the first name. All right. Then all the way up behind the tree here, I don't recall doing this stone under the tree last time, but there's nothing whatsoever on it. We've got a couple Johnsons here, Eva and William, along with a Rita and a stone right here, which could be for any of them since these are actually replaced stones. I'm curious. This right back here, very interesting. Wow, that is really interesting. W.H. Johnston. Huh. So it's his original stone, I guess. Never seen anything quite like that. All right, so now I'm gonna make my way all the way back down there to a pretty full row, but it stops right there. I don't see anything beside me. And then we'll move on to the next row. All right, we start this row off with this large stone for Eliza. Used to have a little epitaph, well, actually a rather long one here, but it's so worn. There's a lot of groupings of stones here, but these, I tried to look. The ones that are close behind, those are all place markers. Eliza's is that one there. And then we've got this stone that's like all the way down here with very little readability. And then we've got something going on here too. I'm not quite sure. We've got this stone and that stone. And from what I can tell, the stones back here are for that. So this one, I'm not certain, and it feels like I'm standing on something. No, I'm not. I'm not sure, but I think that's the name there. It's really, really interestingly worn. And I don't see anything readable on this one. You can see the remnants of what might have been there. Yeah. So we'll move on to this one, his family. Another mirror image of the other one. A couple stones down. Jabez. Huh. Interesting. Let's see if there's anybody else. There is this tragic stone here that looks like it just broke in half, and the bottom or the top of it is just shattered. So I don't know if these are two separate stones or one that fell apart. And like I mentioned, all these little ones are markers for the stones I'm looking at the moment. This one right here says Elizabeth. Yep. Never heard of that name before. Jabez. Interesting. Wonder where he was from. All right, so let's go ahead and go on. We'll get past the little, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this name here. I'll just start trying to skip them because, as we all know, if you watched, I'm not very good at pronouncing a lot of these names. But on the other side here, we've got a Samuel. Really cool little stone. I wonder where the top of it went. All right, now we got some small ones here. This first one is blank, but we got this next one. It looks like it's for a Sarah A. This one's got some cool wear. Looks like it's for a Mary. Yeah, I'd imagine. We got this stone here, and it is relatively cold, but since it's pretty unobstructive, I am going to try to flip it over. Nope, never mind. EB, it's just a marker. Got this one here in memory of, cracked right across the name. I have no idea, but that's very interesting looking. Got this stone next. Another one I can't read, awfully small. I would assume it would have been for a child. Okay, we can see the finger pointing up on this part. It's broken right there. Oh yeah, there really isn't anything that can be read on that. Another marker. Infant daughter of a family, Bonnell, I believe it. Very worn. I'll go around to the back of these just to be on the safe side, but as of right now I don't see anything. But let's hit the last one real quick. Wow, it looks cool all the same, even though I don't see anything. So let's just double check. Maybe it's over here. Nope. All right, yeah, blank on these. No. Yeah. All right. We will hit these next right here and then move down there to start the next row after this. But there's only a handful of stones here beyond the tree. And this first one with the Bible on top, very worn, overgrown. I believe it might be a father and mother stone. Yeah, over on this side we've got, looks like a Pounds is the last name. Lydia. And her husband's side I can't read. So I assume this would belong to them, but you know what that does. M. Penn. So we've got, I believe that's a Margaret. I believe a Margaret, maybe. That's a really cool look. weird how they select the sides because I put that on the front and back. Huh. All right, now let's move on down to the last stone in this row. I'll hit this, clean that up a little bit too here. Actually, I think it's just the markers for this. It's a cool stone. Let's get a little bit closer and see if I can make anything out. Maybe Francis M. Maybe. The other side, we've got a Mary J, wife of FM. These are so cool. All right, this next one's going to be kind of long. It starts all the way down there. Okay, we start off with a couple markers. Looks like that one says AB. Back here we've got William Henry. That's a really cool stone. Really nice lettering on Henry there. That Y. That's really cool. Alright, this one here doesn't have anything from what I can tell. Nope. So we'll go straight up here behind the tree this time. Okay, it goes a little bit the opposite direction for one stone. We've got a David W. Johnston, 1936. Ooh. Elizabeth. Stone for an Elizabeth here. She's also got some really cool lettering. Followed by a couple more place markers, it looks like. Oh wow, this is a rather large stone for an infant. Infant children. Okay, so it's more than one. So I'd assume these two, plus maybe whatever that was. Never seen one that big though. It looks like this one could be Anna and maybe Amanda. I can't read that, but maybe somebody out there watching can solve it. Alright, now we got a little grouping here before we move on to the next row. Very interesting. William L. followed by a little marker. Ooh, I like these little like stars on either side of this one. Check that out. For Jane, wife of Joseph. That's really cool. Now here's Joseph's stone. He's got the same things going on. Kinda, a little bit different, but similar. All right, let's move on to the next. Everything coming up is kind of a weird layout. So I'm gonna do a really small row that's right in front of me, and then another kind of small row. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6, but they're gonna be small and awkward. So I'm gonna start right here beside me with a rather big stone with a cool urn on it. All right, here it is. Check that out. I've never seen an urn like that with like flowers in the top of it. That's really interesting. It's for a JD Smart. Let me just take a look on the edges here. Make sure we're not missing any further smarts. Nope. Got this little one beside it. Odd. You don't know. It's a Smart. That's all I can read. Beside of it here, we've got this large stone. Multiple people on the side facing us. We've got William. 1847. Oh, it's him again. Maybe not, but Colonel William Smart. 1853. 1859. All right, well, that's the last of this row. We'll move up to these small markers. Okay, from what I can tell, the first couple stones in this row are just stones. This doesn't look like anything that could have been. We've got another stone here that just looks like another stone. And then we've got this next one here. I've seen something similar to this before, I feel like. But I can't read. The lettering is too small. And if I'd get it in frame, you could see it. Really interesting. Got a couple of service members here. James, first one. And Joshua, maybe? And then this last one, sorry, I keep looking where I'm going, is Joseph. So yeah. Now we're gonna head up here to some broken stones. Just straight broken pieces here. We've got a couple stones. First one looks like a olive J. And then let's just pick it up and see what we got here. Nothing. But there's one really cool stone here for olive. Beautiful name. I like olive. We've got this one here. Nettie. Beautiful rose on top. I've drawn a couple of those for t-shirts I plan on coming out with. It's a cool rose on top of there. So we're gonna move down all the way down there to the big ones. All right, the next row starts off with this one, another cool flower on top. Not sure the name on that one. But we're going on to this next one. It's kind of big. Jerome Taylor. I don't believe anybody else is with Jerome, but I'll double check. No. All right. This one's on the ground here. I see the name, but I don't know what it is. Another very little one here. And another poor broken stone before we get moving on to right up here, group small cluster. And I'm gonna bounce back after this to get there because I don't believe there's anything else in that row that I can see. First one here, Minnie, it looks like. Minnie? Oh wow, that would have been really cool. I hope that one gets fixed because check that out. That is just gorgeous. I'm doing a real bad job filming with this phone. I am so sorry. But it's a really cool. Look at that. A couple of markers here. Looks like Joseph. Couple more markers. Oh, and we got this last one here in the row. Broken over. John Smart. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit these 3 for the next row. It starts off with this broken stuff, and then goes to here. Very worn stone. Rounding third here. We've only got a couple more rows to go. And I'm not sure the name, but it looks like it is a Rose family member. Last stone in this little tiny row. I believe it's a William Henry again, son of, can't make out the last name. All right, now we're gonna go all the way down there. There's a stone all the way down there. We're gonna grab. All right, this one starts off with a William A. Black. It really belonged to my last row, but I'm gonna cut over here next to this first stone, and it looks like it may be just a stone. I noticed that this row has a lot of markers behind it too that I will skip. I'll catch that next. I'll have to catch that one next row. This one broke right before his name, or her name, their name. All right, Levi M. James H. His son, I guess, son of Levi. Well, that's also a son of Levi, so another one of Levi's sons. Then we got this little tiny one here with the sheep on it. And now we're gonna head down this way. Mary. And this one broke right through the name again. I am not certain. All right, let's move on down here. Looks like another marker starting off. So we'll go there here. Okay, wow. Looks like Our Children. Another big stone with children on it. Smart. This side we've got Samuel R. Weird. Lizzie J on this side. Wow, huge stone. Lizzie J and her brother Samuel. And I would almost imagine that this might be them. I'm not certain, but we've also got markers back here. There's a couple markers right there, but I believe they all go with this row. So I'm going to hit back right over here in this corner and finish off with the last row. All right, running low on battery, but here we go. with the very last row. I cannot tell what that says. Right here we've got a marker with, it could be from the first row in front of us. It says FMH on it. Now here's the last little bit of stone to the cemetery right up here. Oh, I missed this. There's somebody here. I don't know who, but there's another stone right there, right along this row. But, okay, we've got James F. Johnston, Lillian Denise, or Dennis, Edith J. Johnston. This one, these were cement stones. Once they get worn, it's hard for you to read. It's a Johnston stone. I can see that, 1940, but beyond that, I have no idea. We got another one here. It's the last one, but since it's kind of fallen forward, we can still read it. Hattie Johnston. Get Hattie in the camera more. Awesome. And there we go. All right, I just went to the kind of caddy corner of the first pan. I'm just going to do a turnaround here for the next pan. All right, we're going up and over this way. The trees in the cemetery are just awesome. Check those out. I really like this one right here, but you can't see it behind that other tree. See the awesome stone wall here. Just a gorgeous little old cemetery. Not very little, it's actually very, very big. Just beautiful. All right, folks, that was it here for Mills Cemetery in Delaware County, Ohio. I hope you enjoyed this visit as much as I have, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.